I'm throwing the whole sis out. Let it go. Bye.
He did let her go, and I feel like he was right. I feel like he was very justified. I feel like welcome to TalkGame, the talk show, season 2.
And we're your hosts, GQ and T.
And we're the relationship battle twins.
And today, we're here to help somebody else out.
Basically, we're going to help heal hearts and find the best out of these toxic relationships.
So let's get into it.
My boyfriend of 3 years lost his job last month, which has been a significant challenge for him. He approached me 2 weeks ago and asked if I could help him pay his mortgage, but told him no. Last week, he presented me with a spreadsheet detailing everything he had done for me during our relationship, totaling over $20K in value. He then broke up with me. 3 years down the drain. Despite feeling guilty because he never asked for anything, I still feel that if he is truly my man, then he should have something to offer as well. I can't believe this man broke up with me because told him no. He found a way to pay it. I don't think I was wrong because he's supposed to leave, not me. Plus, I don't live with him. If T was living with him, I would have did it then. Do you see my point? Thoughts?
Before we even get into breaking this story down, make sure you like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe on all social media networks.
Comment down below so we can hear your thoughts on it. Because I'm throwing the whole sis out. Let it go. Bye.
He did let her go, and I feel like he was right. I feel like he was very justified. I feel like that this didn't take away from him being a man or a leader or any of those things that she's like, he's supposed to lead, not me. I don't think this took away from it. I think your partner found himself in a spot
where he
needed a little help. He needed his teammate.
At 3 years?
To score the bucket. He needed his teammate to take this one home for him.
You know what? He didn't even need that. He just needed the assist.
And you know what? It's so crazy is that it's not like this is like a bum. He's not a homosexual. He wasn't trying to move in with her.
Right.
Nothing. He was like, I lost my job.
Right.
Is it possible for you to help me pay this rent?
I think a lot of times, especially in situations like these, people don't realize like life happens to people.
Yeah, life does happen.
And you can't stop that.
Right.
And if you hang somebody out to dry when life gets to smacking them, they look at you like a whole...
I'm a slide. Because you know what? If you can't ride out the waves with me,
oh yeah, you sure can't sit on the beach.
We ain't finna be on this beach chilling like everything cool.
Yeah.
Just sipping motherfucking mojitos over here. We're not finna do that.
Yeah.
No, like go ahead, stay over there.
My man petty though.
I like it.
And you know what? I guarantee you he asked, she said no, he totaled that stuff up. He went back in receipts.
Hey.
And I guarantee you, he didn't get everything.
I'm sure he didn't either. You know what's so crazy? As a retired pettyologist myself, this made me proud.
All right, Petty LaBelle.
This made me proud a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't do it now just because, like, I feel like if you show me who you are, I'll leave it there. I go ahead and keep it pushing, like I ain't gonna bother. But to look at all the things that I've done for you.
Man.
To look at all of the time. And you know what's so crazy is whenever you're in these spots, you've been dating somebody for so long, and you get into a spot where you meet them one fucking time.
Just once.
And you think about how many times they called you and you've been there for them. How many fucking oil changes have you paid for? How many rents have you paid for? How many hair appointments have you paid for? How many nails have you paid for? How many spa days have you paid for? How many dates? Movies? Like, you start thinking about, if she call you and she say she hungry, you don't be like, well, I suggest you figure that out. You'll just either send her the money or DoorDash her something, or hey, babe, I'm gonna pick you up. I got you. Don't work. Type shit. If you start thinking about how much time, energy, and money that you invest in somebody whenever you're dating them,
right?
And you come to a spot,
he invested.
Right. He was invested. And you come to a spot like this, and I need you. It's the only time I ever asked you for something. This is the only
You
time.
know what? I'm gonna tell you that was a cold lick because she pointed that out. She said he
like,
never asked
he ain't never asked me for this. The only time I ever asked you for something, though.
And you already knew the situation, so it wasn't like you thinking I was scamming you or nothing. Like you just purely was like, nah, because you a man, you need to figure it out.
You know what?
And the thing is, he figured it out. Don't get me wrong.
He did.
But you always come to your partner first.
If I can't come to you, I ain't fucking with you.
Because let me tell you what's be a cold lick. Let me tell you. If he came to her and she said no, and then he went to a female friend and she said yes, and then he come back to her and said, don't even worry about so-and-so gave it to me. Now you mad?
You know what?
Now I came to the teammate first because if he had went to her first.
Yeah, then that's the problem. That would have been a problem. I got an unpopular opinion.
Oh boy.
I feel like a lot of females talk their way out of or show action that stop them from getting a ring.
100%. 3 years in the game.
I feel like this probably could have been a make or breaking point for them and their relationship. It was gonna turn left or right.
Yeah.
And at the very beginning, she said he has been having a hard time with this. For a man that's very financially stable, that works and has had his stuff together, right? He lived by himself. Clearly, he has to help and pay his rent.
Right.
And now you can't provide for yourself, and you got to figure this shit out. You know how long it takes some time to get a job?
Yeah.
Like,
or come up with cash.
Right. You
and bills don't stop.
What? Like, shit's still rolling in, especially whenever he wasn't thinking he was going to get laid off or whatever. You know, so when a man is already having a hard time, he already on his knees, and he is trying to deal with this mentally, emotionally, and keep his fucking head up every day. And he comes to you and he's like, hey, I can use your help. And you like, nigga, absolutely not.
You the man, figure it out. Hey, do me a favor, man. Turn that girlfriend title in. Appreciate you.
I ain't gonna,
you know, on the way
I feel like that could have bought her eternity if she'd been like, I got you.
Because
I don't feel like he would have even not paid her back. I feel like once he got on his feet, he would have been like,
right.
Thank you for helping me when I needed it.
Because let me tell you, it be in those moments when people realize when they don't have a teammate.
Yeah.
He didn't even have a cheerleader. Okay. He just had a girl he was seeing.
Saying he don't even have a cheerleader.
Man,
wow.
I'm
Facts though. Facts. And
because you know what? I'm gonna tell you the other part about it.
Yeah.
Even if she was gonna say no, I'm not gonna give it to you. You out here hustling, trying to help him either get a job or how to make some more money or come up. Because maybe if she didn't have it, in some way she helped if she had an interest in. But she didn't say she didn't have the money.
And
she just said, I ain't giving the money.
You know what's even worse is whenever you know that person fucking got it.
And they out here watching you like that.
And they supposed to be your person. They supposed to love you, care about you.
I let you know they don't care.
They don't.
They like the benefits you bring to the relationship.
And when the benefits gone, they gone.
They gone.
And he just went ahead and cut his losses. He realized what he was dealing with.
Basically, at that moment, she found out that she wasn't getting paid for the game, and so she sat on the sideline.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of females be missing out on good men with this little stupid shit. This is that little.
I'm sorry. I hear too much about how there's not good men.
Yeah.
And then you hear stories like this from the same people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you had a good one.
Yeah.
You trash.
You know what? I saw this post recently with this older woman. Granny was spitting game. She was like, y'all done all switch roles. Like the females are now the males and the males are the females. Like in the way that y'all act, maneuver, and the way that you think and move. So in her particular spot, I know females I'll break my back to give it to you. If you my person, I give you my last $20, not even tell you what's my last $20. I'll figure it out. Like on the back end, you know, and especially if I know you.
I know if we argued about a place to stay, that's different. We're not saying like I need a phone bill paid.
Right.
We're not even arguing about a car. We're talking about where I live, where I lay my head.
Right.
Because if I go homeless, you're not gonna be interested in, especially. You're not gonna be interested because and then the reason you know what? Let's just cut to the breakdown because she's making me mad.
Let's get it.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
All right. So how can we figure out how sis could be better in life? Because this is she needs to be better.
Well, at the end of the letter, she asked if she was wrong for that.
She was wrong. She was dead ass wrong.
Dead wrong. And what I didn't like was her reason about it, about how she's saying he's man.
Supposed to lead.
He's supposed to lead.
Not me.
Even
this had nothing to do with
leadership. But I think that's a caveat that people fall back on, and I think it's stupid. Like, just because he's the leader doesn't mean that you can't help, and it doesn't mean life don't hit somebody, and it doesn't mean you all don't function as a team.
I don't think that. This ain't got shit to do with that, like, at all. Like, he's supposed to lead, not me. So you can help my man out. It's not even like, now if she would have said he's been employed for the last year and I've been paying his rent for the last 6 months and I'm kind of tired of it.
Okay, I got you.
You know, I'm busting my ass, pay my rent and your rent.
She ain't paid for nothing for him.
She ain't paid for TT Tata.
The whole relationship.
That man came with that spreadsheet. I'm gonna show you this real quick. Okay. I asked you for $1,500. I done spent $20K.
I'm out.
I'm gone. Now what?
That's a cold lick, boy. You know what? To realize you spent $20K on somebody.
It ain't even, you right. It's not even all the small stuff. Think about the times where you might have put gas in her car. You know how high gas is? You know how much it costs to go to a movie now? You know how much snacks cost?
You know, if my math is right, I literally think he asked for 5% of his 100% investment, of his $20K investment.
You know,
in the eyes of business, like, to pay out 5% is very little.
You know what I can't do as a partner is I can't watch my partner suffer and do nothing.
Oh, she didn't have a problem.
I can't watch my partner suffer and do nothing. And what's crazy is that even whenever my partner is like, no, I got it. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure this out. I don't want you to do nothing. I have to fight me to respect their wishes and do nothing. Because I can't watch you suffer. I can't watch you go through stuff, and I love you. And I just do nothing. That's probably the nourisher in me, you know, like that's the mother in me, you know, like that's the good friend in me.
That's the love in you.
That's like, that's just who you are as a person starts to speak out.
I'm sorry, like in those moments, in those life decision moments, some life changing moments, Rick being like a life altering event, you get to see who you fooling with. And that's why I say that you need to give it time before you marry somebody.
Yeah.
Because,
and you know, 3 years, that little mark where people start making that decision on if they're going to go forward or not.
That's it. And you know what? You know what's jacked up? Like you said earlier, she could have bought herself eternity.
Yeah.
Doing something like that will solidify or crash over. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, that's how you know dude was like really into her. Like that was his woman. Because he was so hurt on the back end.
You know how you know you hurt when you go sit down and make a spreadsheet. Boy, that boy had
he was in pain.
That boy had to go to Bank of America, print out that statement, highlight, type up a spreadsheet. He on Excel.
When anybody bring out an Excel to show how much you did.
And that also tells me that my man has intelligence. My man has brain. Okay? My man didn't just try to write it out. He didn't try to be a smart ass and see screenshots. No, he sit down, he organized. So he is an organized person. He organized the whole spreadsheet of your 3 years of shit that he's done for you. Now I know it's on the spreadsheet. Now I want to know if he included everything.
No, I guarantee you that. You know why? Because there's so many.
Just the things that he done for her, like rent, phone bill, car note.
Let's say it's everything that was on that note, that he swiped his card and he paid.
That he knew that it was for her.
Right. I guarantee you when he went to go look at it, he didn't include like if they did movie tickets, then he split his tickets and her tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like stuff like if he bought him something, he bought her something, but he can't remember how much it is. So you don't include that. Yeah. So I'm saying like I don't think 20 bands is just all of it.
But just to think that this is the big shit you could snag up.
Boy, and let me tell you something. The fact that you are this mad to sit down and do a spreadsheet as you're doing it.
I think he was hurt. I don't even think that it was anger. I think
so he was hurt and that's why he did it. I guarantee you he got mad after 20 bands and I can't get one.
Yeah. Yeah. Or at least, you know what? She could have been my man's halfway. She could have been like, you know, whatever I don't know her financial situation, but my financial situation doesn't allow me to give you the whole thing.
I give you
but
$5.
What I can do, and I can give you half of that. And then we could try to figure out a way to come up with the rest of it.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what probably sucked. I bet you my man was still trying to pay for a date, or they hadn't gone out on a date while he was in this financial hole.
Yeah.
Because he never asked for anything.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the fact that he never asked anything.
It's everything. That's what I'm like.
But it also makes me feel like the way she responded, she ain't never done nothing for him.
Yeah.
I think personally this was a lesson for dude.
Yeah.
And she needs to focus more on her partner as a partner and not a come up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she was,
I think it's a lesson
she was a bill.
She was a bill.
20K
she was a bill.
Over 3 years.
Hey, my man's got to think about
year.
All that money he could have saved not fucking with her, boy.
Well, let me tell you, that's about $7K a year. 22 bands, that's a little over $7K.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I think that's
almost, if I'm doing the math right, that's about $800 a month.
That he's spending on her. Yeah, it was probably more than that. This was crazy. You know, I think that this is a big lesson for whenever a man, like your man, your alpha, like how everybody be like, I want a man's man.
Right.
Whenever they come to you and they ask you for your help.
Right.
I think you take heed to that.
Heck.
Because you got to think about everything that it took for them to come to you to ask you for your help. And not for nothing, he probably had exhausted all other options. He probably had, okay, if I overdraft my account this much, if I try to get a loan here, he probably went through all of the options he had before he even came to her.
You know, I ain't gonna hold it. I guarantee you that it probably came up in a conversation with somebody else, and he was just like, dang, I'm trying to figure this out. And he was like, well, why don't you ask your girl for it? And he was like, hey, I didn't think about that. Mm-hmm. Let me go do that.
And then, boom, now you think.
Because I think innately, like, you know from the history, which is why he didn't think about her as the option.
Yeah.
So, but in conclusion, sis was wrong.
She was.
She counted that
wrong. Yeah. Be a better partner. Be a partner that your partner can count on.
Fact. All the time. And take heed to the fact that when somebody needs help and you supposed to be their life partner, especially if you're going for a life partner position,
right.
Always stand by them, always try to help them up. You know, especially a man like this who didn't ask for anything and had taken care of everything, because being ungrateful will get you and find you alone.
Yeah.
So, but that's all we have time for today.
Always remember, healthy love heals.
Catch you next week.
And we out.
Your touch drives me crazy. Your smile